A woman called 911 and said she was neighborhood watch.
Huh?
She told the cops that she saw a naked woman running down the street and that there was a dude chasing her down.
Wait, huh?
One caller, the woman was bleeding all over the place and got dragged inside of a house. She also said 3 gunshots went off and there were 7 dudes living inside the crib who dealt drugs and had guns.
Nigga, huh?
911, but they slammed the door in the cops' faces and took off running.
Oh!
The other dude ended up coming back to the crib and was questioned by the police. The young Scooter hopped 2 fences and tried to do the race. It's not clear.
Shit, that boy was hitting feet. Usain Bolt.
Running, he ended up stabbing his own leg on one of the fences.
Oh!
Young Scooter laying on the ground, try to stop the bleeding. If you cut the artery in your leg,
that shit over with.
A few minutes though.
What's going on, man? We back with another video. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what to do, man. We already did a video on Young Scooter, bro. Go check out my previous video. Today we got some new details on his death and how everything actually went down, bro. It's a lot of shit that we ain't talk about in the first video, and we finna hop into the details. So y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's hop right into the video. I hope y'all made y'all some money today. If you didn't, go make some money after you watch the video.
Young Scooter died on his 39th birthday.
Damn!
Lying that he got into a shootout with the cops. But the real story...
Dying on your birthday is insane.
Today we're breaking the whole thing down. On March 28th, 2025, the news broke that Young Scooter had been killed on his 39th birthday. At first, nobody knew what went down. But then stories started coming out that Young Scooter got shot by the police.
Like, that shit crazy.
Reports, Young Scooter and another dude were putting hands on a woman. The Young Scooter and the other...
Wait, huh? Whoa, they were beating on a female.
Running, and Young Scooter ended up getting shot. People were saying that Young Scooter had died from a leg injury, and at first it looked like he got shot in the leg and bled out while he was running from the cops. People on social media started dissing Young Scooter for crashing out when he was almost 40 years old. Some people were even claiming that Young Scooter had used a woman as a human shield when the cops started shooting.
Like, man, how really went down.
And the true story is even crazier than getting into a shootout with the cops. A woman called 911 and said she was neighborhood watch.
Huh?
She told the cops that she saw a naked woman running down the street and that there was a dude chasing her down.
Wait, huh?
One caller, the woman was bleeding all over the place and got dragged inside of a house. She also said 3 gunshots went off and there were 7 dudes living inside the crib who dealt drugs and had guns.
Nigga, huh?
911 calls that she saw one of the dudes beating the woman up and told them that if they didn't come to the crib fast, then something bad was gonna happen. The cops rode up.
What in the what the hell? What the hell? What the hell, What the hell, Barry? What the hell?
To the scene, expecting to find a bunch of armed dudes holding a woman hostage.
Oh, bro.
That's not how it went down. Young Scooter and one other dude were the only people in the crib, but they slammed the door in the cops' faces and took off running.
Oh!
The other dude ended up coming back to the crib and was questioned by the police. But Young Scooter hopped 2 fences and tried to do the race. It's not clear.
Shit, that boy was hitting feet. Usain Bolt.
Running, he ended up stabbing his own leg on one of the fences.
Oh!
Young Scooter laying on the ground, trying to stop the bleeding. If you cut the artery in your leg,
that shit over with.
A few minutes though.
Oh my mama, bro, y'all know like, oh he died from a gunshot wound to the leg. Yeah, gang. Your biggest artery runs up from your leg through your chest to your brain, gang. Yes, you could die from a leg injury.
Scooter was tragically pronounced dead at the hospital.
Damn, on your birthday is crazy.
The news broke that Young Scooter died, and it turns out that the 911 call was all made up by a woman named Demetria Spence.
Huh?
Demetria Spence, aka Demi Blanco, is a woman who used to be on the show called Baddies. It's not clear how she was involved with Young Scooter.
They got what?
She's the one who allegedly got him killed. Demi Blanco would use an SOS phone when she called 911. And made up the story about a woman being kidnapped and beaten up. Basically, that means that the phone wasn't connected to a network, but it could still make emergency calls to 911. The cops couldn't even track the phone down after Demi Blanco made the call, since it wasn't connected to a network, so they released some of the 911 audio and asked people to help identify the caller's voice. The cops didn't even need to do any work to track her down though, because Demi Blanco went live on IG and admitted she was the one who made the call. And during the live session, Demi Blanco changed up her story completely. Demi Blanco claimed that she made the 911 call because she had been physically abused multiple times and said that she wasn't trying to set Young Scooter up. According to her, she made the call to protect herself because she was the one being abused.
I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to
Bitch, what? You are getting abused and you anonymously called 911 and then you weren't even at the crime scene where the 911 call was made and you made it anonymously. Huh? Let me know if I'm tripping.
That's the issue.
Demi Blanco's story didn't make any sense though, because if she was actually being abused, then she could have told the cops the truth instead of making up a crazy story about a situation that never happened.
Like, huh?
After the IG Live session, the cops booked Demi Blanco for making a false 911 report. Nobody knows why young Scooter ran from the police, but they never would have been at the crib if Demi Blanco didn't make the fake 911 call.
Like,
Now,
bro, that
rap
bitch
game
bogus
was
as
another
hell.
artist over nothing. Playboy Cardi, 03 Greedo, and way more people in the rap game hopped on social media to show him love. Young Scooter's family also put out a statement and talks about how much work Young Scooter had been doing to help other people. They say Young Scooter was a great father to his kids and was helping other kids in Atlanta stay out of the streets too. Young Scooter and Future have been homies since back in the day, and Young Scooter was one of the first dudes that Future signed to his label. After Young Scooter died, Future shouted him out on Twitter, but Young Scooter's other homie thinks there's more to the story. Young Scooter was also tied with Young Thug, and Thug thinks the cops killed Scooter. Early rumors said that the cops started shooting at Young Scooter after he took off running, but later the police said that none of the cops at the scene used their guns. Young Thug
We gonna find out for sure. It's 2025.
He claims that Young Scooter got shot, and the district attorney's office is trying to cover it up. After the cops claimed that they didn't shoot their guns when they pulled up on Young Scooter and his homie, Young Thug posted a photo of a gang investigator in Atlanta named Marissa Viverito and called her the biggest liar in the DA office. Thug already had issues with Marissa Viverito because she was involved with the YSL Rico trial. When Thug got arrested, the cops raided his crib and allegedly stole one of Thug's Richard Mille watches.
Oh, that's a
showed a video in court where Viverito was holding the watch inside Thug's crib, and that was the last time anyone saw it. After Thug called Viverito out on Twitter, rumors are going around that she was involved with the Young Scooter situation and was trying to cover up a shooting. It's not clear if Viverito is tied to the Young Scooter case at all.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That'd be a terrible look on the DA's office. Y'all was shit going missing when you arrested Young Thug. He on trial, having mistrials, all that goofy ass shit. And then y'all here covering up another prominent rapper's murder by the police? Attorney General is gonna come and do a fucking overhaul in that bit. Everybody getting fired. Everybody go home. No pension, no check, no retirement, no 401k. Cooked.
Although, and Thug might have been sending shots at her because of Lil Baby. A couple days before Thug gets Viverito, reports came out that Viverito had been in court for a hearing about Lil Baby's 4PF crew. According to the cops, Lil Baby and his crew shot a music video in their ops hood, and 2 teenagers ended up dying because of it. Viverito might be involved with that case, so Thug might have been calling her out about that situation instead of Young Scooter's death. There's still a lot of questions about what happened to Young Scooter, but his death is a big loss for Atlanta. Young Scooter was born in South Carolina, but his family moved to Atlanta when he was 9 years old. Young Scooter met Future and got tied with him when they were young, but Scooter got active in the trenches way before he started making music. Then in 2008, Young Scooter got booked on drug charges and realized he needed to switch things up. He came home and jumped in the booth, and Young Scooter got a lot of buzz when he linked up with Future. In 2013, Young Scooter got featured on XXL's list of best mixtapes, and not before long, he was linking up with huge rappers like Young Thug and Gucci Mane. Young Scooter still had one foot in the streets though, and in 2013, he got pulled over and was arrested for violating his probation. Young Scooter had been driving around without a license, so a judge sent him to jail for 249 days. Gucci Mane was locked up at the same time, and Young Scooter ended up being Gucci's cellmate. Young Scooter knew he didn't want to keep going back to jail though, and he stayed out of trouble with the cops after he came home in October 2013. Rumors said that Young Scooter never really left the streets, but there's no proof he was still active. Young Scooter never hit the mainstream like his homies Future and Young Thug, but he was always dropping new projects and running up decent numbers.
Bro, we still blowing Young Scooter to this day.
Demi Blanco was the reason that Young Scooter died. She made up a crazy story for the cops and made him show up where Young Scooter was at, and that's what sparked the whole situation. Nobody knows why Young Scooter ran off like that, but plenty of people are afraid of the police, and just because you run from them doesn't mean you were doing something wrong before they showed up. We don't know the whole story yet, but it's already a tragic situation.
Man, that's about the end of the video, bro. R.I.P. Young Scooter, man. We came up listening to that boy. SoundCloud, Audio Man, even before when I had a Samsung Android, I'm bumping Young Scooter walking down the hallway waiting on the bus in middle school on, bro. But that shit sad, bro. Like these hoes put us in jail, get us killed, homies beefing with homies over coochie, fake police calls, fake grape reports. Like this shit this shit getting out of hand, bro. Like, we need to start holding these hoes accountable. Like, just because you're a woman don't mean you could goddamn do this goofy ass shit. Like, hell nah, bro. But hey, man, if y'all seen the video, I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to 1,000 subscribers. Tell them to my second reaction channel, JBsiah 2. Link in the description. Tell them to my clothing brand, JungleBredClothing. Link in the description. Man, y'all start with get you some money. All love, JBsiah. We out.